Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another reaction. We're finally checking out IU with a much requested song called 8. I went ahead on genius.com to check out the lyrics. It does talk about the fact that IU was friends with three idols who are no longer with us. So I had a sneak peek at, I think I checked out the first verse as far as those meanings, and IU was apparently friends with all three of those members, as far as this explanation kind of shows, and talking about how she found out about one of the deaths in her concert, after which she couldn't continue performing due to her being heartbroken and physically unable to sing. Knowing the context, that's pretty much all that I checked out. I felt like knowing some of the basics would be enough without kind of checking out the entire song's meaning, because I do want to have an authentic reaction, but at the same time, I wanted to learn a little bit about it by doing just a slight research. So without any further ado, 8 by IU, and this song is actually produced and also features SUGA of BTS. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Is that animation? Because the thumbnail was, oh, the thumbnail was animated. Oh. Oh.
So are you happy now? Finally happy now, yeah. 뭐 그대로야 난 다 잃어버린 것 같아. 모든 게 맘대로 왔다가 인사도 없이 떠나. 이대로는 무엇도 사랑하고 싶지 않아. 다 잊을 대로 해져버린 기억 속을 여행해. 우리는 오렌지 태양 아래 그림자 없이 함께 춤을 춰. 정해진 이별 따위는 없어. 아름다웠던 그 기억에서 만나 forever young.
Under the orange sun, essentially talking about how we are forever young in my memory, which could also kind of equate to kind of, I guess, a little bit heaven, but also the fact that there are no promised breakups here. Like, here in my memory, we are going to exist forever, we're going to be together forever, there's not going to be any heartbreak. Essentially, it's almost as if like she lies down in that bed to kind of go, literally go down memory lane, take a trip down memory lane, as the lyrics clearly suggest, because the reality in which she lives in right now is an unhappy one. And she literally says, if this is how things are going to go, then I don't want to love ever again. And the way she asks whoever she's talking to, are you happy? Are you finally happy? Because I feel like I lost everything. That's the part where it kind of looks back on the passing of her friends, because she lost a piece of herself while she's asking, are you happy? Have you attained your happiness as time moves on? Because the happiness that she finds is down memory lane in the past, whereas right now things are very much gloomy and dark. She literally says, well, I'm just the same, like, same same old me. It feels like I'm stuck in one place. People keep on passing by. these people that used to be friends and family and they disappeared for one reason or another, and I feel like I'm just stuck. If my life keeps going like this, then I don't really want to live this life anymore because it has lost all meaning because all of my happiness is essentially in the past. And thinking about the past to such a degree where she literally represents it in a way where she's lying in this almost like this futuristic machine that puts her in a state of coma, and relives her memories of the past because in my memories nobody's going to leave. There's not going to be a promised breakup. There's not going to be any heartache as long as I live in that memory lane. This is beautiful. Let's take it back. And she literally has like a sun drawing on her eye. Kind of look like it. And the interesting part is like she's moving around this apartment in this dress that makes her look like a princess in a fairy tale, but that fairy tale is essentially in the past because I stayed the same person that I always was while everybody kind of moved on or things have changed. And for me, it's just the same old. I'm still that same pure soul. Maybe that's why it's a white dress and it's also like this princess fairy tale type of dress. But in reality, we have all of this rain that she's looking on. The apartment is empty, and the rain kind of perhaps represents all of the tears and sadness that is going through her. No, you can think about as the past. Oh my god, her voice is just...
Forever young 영원이란 말은 못했어 작별은 마치 연합군과 같이 그리움과 같이 마주하는 아침 서로가 이 영겁을 지나 거기서 나서 다시 만나 미워하던 누구의 말 다루고자 한 뼘짜리 추억을 잊는 게 참 쉽지 않아 시간이 지나도 여전히 날 붙드는 그곳에
Okay, we need to take it back. And I'm not sure if in that first chorus it said no promised breakups, and here it says no promised goodbyes. Maybe I misspoke when I said breakups. I also absolutely adore SUGA's verse because he literally says, this is an island, a small island we made together. Like this little piece of paradise that is our memory lane is essentially a small piece that we made together. But also he says, yeah, forever young. The word eternity is a sand castle. He essentially kind of mocking, but not in a mean way, but rather in a self-reflective type of way, like him coming to the realization that there's no such thing as forever young. Nothing lasts forever. And the fact that he says the word eternity is a sandcastle because sandcastles, it's so much fun to build them. You have all of these happy memories. It's like children building sandcastles, adults participating. It's such a memorable thing, but by the end of the day, all of those sandcastles get destroyed by the waves, which is something that you think about when you're a little bit depressed, but also as you become more mature and you kind of accept the fact that what is done, what happened, and we have to kind of move past it in order to get better. You cannot live in the past. You cannot just survive on that little island, much like he said, a small island we made together. Saying goodbye is like a disaster alert, as literally the airplane, there's like this turbulence thing going on. In this animated scene, we see IU looking out the window as Suga's verse starts. We see that lizard, who later disappears in the real life scene when IU gets out of the apartment. That lizard in the animated scene, does that lizard turn into a dragon? Is that a metaphor for a dragon that protects IU as she's like this princess because she has that white dress? In the beginning of the music video, as she's looking on the raining scenery, but then there's a girl in the animated, almost like this post-chorus section, where she is on top of a dragon. So is the lizard the dragon? I want to take it back to Suga's verse actually, and have another go at it, because this is wonderful. And as she falls asleep, literally we see almost like this dream that turns into a nightmare, as there's like all this turbulence happening. The lizard disappears, and then in real life she wakes up and the lizard literally is no longer in that house of hers. And then in the next scene, it's animated and the lizard essentially becomes a dragon or something, as IU is riding on it. Like, IU is supposed to be like this fairy tale princess who is protected by that dragon.
Forever young. 영원이란 말은 모래성. 작별은 마치 자라본 것 같이 그리움과 같이 마주하는 아침. 서로가 이 영겁을 지나고 있어 나 잠시만.
널 위로하던 누구의 말 다루고자 한 뼘짜리 추억을 잊는 게 참.
And I like, as someone once told me, it's not easy to forget even a handful of memories, as literally we heard Suga kind of, maybe that's what she talks about. This is very interesting. As long time has passed, but the island still holds on to me. I can't let go of those memories, essentially. This is wonderful stuff. Under the orange sun, literally the scenery is orange. And talk about, we put our heads on each other and talk about things that are not sad. This is, there's no gloomy ending here, like in this island that is the memory lane. This is beautiful. And also she jumps so high up against, the sun, and then the dragon, which I guess is the lizard, catches her. Like, I want to live in this little island. Oh. Literally the plane that IU was on, kind of, I guess. And that lizard disappears as there's like this thunderstorm or whatever, and then in her dreams, as literally it says forever young, and there's like a version of IU that seems much younger. This is really, really cool. Literally the crying, and then this scene of all of of all of this rain that represents the tears. Holy shit, this is so beautiful.
이런 악몽이라면 영영 깨지 않을게
Yeah, and oh my god, this is fucking beautiful. Like, if I don't want to wake up to go back to this nightmare that is my life, because I lost everything. Like she literally says. I believe there was a lot of worry, as far as I understand, about IU after the tragic news of the passing of those three um yeah I believe a lot of people were worried about her, about what might happen to her, what she might do to herself. And as she literally reflects upon it, like, it is a nightmare. I don't want to wake up forever. Like, I would rather live in this island that I created with all of these people that no longer are around me because they passed, or because things happened, and you're just in a state of depression, and you constantly just relive all of those memories, because that reality is way nicer than the one that is real. I don't know what to say. This is a beautiful song, and I feel like there's probably even more meaning as far as some of the visuals go and everything, but this is wonderful.
이런 악몽이라면 영영 깨지 않을게
But then she wakes up, only to go back, perhaps. Oh, I do know that she's an actress, and that was beautiful, because I don't know what to think. She started off with the smile that made you feel like everything perhaps is going to be okay, like I'm going to be okay, but then that smile's very very slowly fades away as it's almost like she reflects back, and it's like, I'm going to be okay, but I don't know. And it was like her expression in her eyes, it's almost like there's so much pain in there. This was absolutely beautiful. The hurt in her eyes was truly something else. This was a beautiful music video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, check out the Patreon if you would like to support the production of these videos on YouTube, and I will catch you all in the next one. See ya.